Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Inside Guns with your host, me, the Yankee Marshal. Now, hold on a second here while I get into character. Hey, guys, I got to come at you with some really bad news because, I've decided you're all not scared and anxious enough and that you're not spending enough money or giving enough money to the groups that give me money. As you know, I'm a very important person and I rub shoulders with very important people. And they all gave me the lowdown on something that you all couldn't possibly understand. So I'm going to come to and explain it to you here and why it's the greatest threat ever to your gun rights. Once again, every day it's the greatest threat ever. And I want to explain that to you today and why you should be scared and why you should give me more money and give more money to the organizations that give me money. And scene. Isn't this shit getting a bit old? Aren't we tired of it as mature gun owners, as mature, thinking, rational members of the gun community? Aren't we sick of the fucking drama queens? Now, I'm not talking the kind of drama like this person doesn't like the way this person teaches a class and they want to fight it out. I love that shit. I like arguments. But all the fucking victim shit, oh my God, we're being victimized again and give me money. That shit is getting so fucking old. And I have seen so many people sell out to that fucking mindset because they want to keep living that lifestyle. It's like every single big YouTube channel on the internet that is gun related has become nothing but the Wayne LaPierres of the internet. It's like we traded the NRA for a dozen little NRAs doing the same shit. It gets old. It gets really old. And it's getting to where it's not doing any good. Do you think making people afraid and making people anxious makes them make good decisions? No. It does help make them give you money, like televangelists that tell them you're going to go to hell if you don't send me half your paycheck. But as far as having people do anything constructive, no, it doesn't. When you make people fearful about something, they don't react rationally. They don't say, hey, I don't like that. Let's get a group together. Let's raise some money and let's go fight it in court and let's take this down. Let's go to people and appeal to their rational sides. No, they show up at a Capitol with an AR in their hands screaming in the face of a police officer. And then 90% of the population goes, we got to do something about these crazy people and their guns. This whole fear-mongering drama queen bullshit, this goddamn savior mentality that some of the channels have, like I'm the one to save us all. And it's got to be me because listen to these names I drop or these people I know or these organizations I'm talking to. I'll tell you what, the organizations are great, but they're run by people. And half the time when I talk to them, I know more about it than they do. And I know more about strategizing to fight it than they do. And I'm not sitting out here trying to pretend to be the savior of all mankind when it comes to gun rights. No, I do my shit quietly behind the scenes. I haven't been able to do it for a while because none of the senators, congressmen, representatives are taking meetings right now with COVID. But I don't just go and rub elbows with Wayne LaPierre and the other high brass at the NRA and then come out and say, here's how important I am and here's what I'm going to do for you. No, all they do for you is try to scare you into giving them fucking money. They go rub shoulders with, and I'm sorry, all the big gun organizations, you should always be very careful. You should watch them very closely because most of them are just a couple $1 million in donations away from being the NRA. And I don't think in today's day and age, we need large organizations making millions of dollars. With the internet and us all being connected 100% of the time, used to be you had to send all your money to one group and that one group could go to where the fight needed to be and do it. Nowadays, we can have lawyers all over the place with different funds set up that we can donate to or different groups we can donate to that are actually doing the fight. We don't have to consolidate all of our eggs in one basket, but that's a different topic. But I'm just getting so tired of the drama queens. Aren't you getting tired of the drama queens? Wouldn't you rather have someone rationally explain to you something than come on and scream, it's the greatest threat to your rights ever. Donate money here, donate money there, give me money, follow my money. Give me money to go to Georgia as I drive around in my brand new sports car I paid cash for, and give me money to do this and all this other stuff. Even though my channel makes tens of thousands of dollars a month, give me more money to do something else or buy me something purty. So tired of that bullshit. A promise I made to people a long time ago is I will never ask you to pay my fucking bills. I will never ask you to pay my fucking way. And I will never ask you to buy my fucking shit. Period. Just bought a new computer yesterday because mine shit the bed. I didn't come to you and say, I need a new computer. No, I guess I forgot that part. I guess that's what I was supposed to do. And if my dog ever got sick, I'd pay the vet bill because I can afford it. If someone else can't afford it, that's one thing. But if you're a millionaire and your dog gets sick, don't ask me to fucking pay your vet bills. But that's not what I'm talking about today. I'm getting off track a little bit here. It's just the drama queens. Oh my God, the drama queens. I don't mind manly drama, like if you fucking carry your gun that way, you go shoot your dick off, or the way you're standing down range during trading sessions is going to get someone killed, so fuck you, motherfucker. That stuff I don't mind. That's manly drama. But this whole whining about things and moaning about things and trying to get people scared, it's like the fucking Jerry Springer show nowadays on the gun community on the internet. So it's just not positive at all. And all it is a way to drum up money because these people aren't that terrified. I've watched people basically in tears on a video about how upset they are, and then talked to them on the phone 15 minutes later, and they're just like, oh, yeah, woo, yeah. You know, so it's just, ugh. Now, I know there are varying degrees of people who do this. I'm not demonizing every person who tries to fearmonger or spread drama. Like I said, some of it I even like. Some of it's entertaining. But when you get online and you tell lies intentionally to drive up your numbers or to appeal to a certain crowd, like Guns and Gadgets does, and then when people call you on it, you won't respond because you're too used to being able to use your badge and your gun to get your point across and not be able to actually have to deal with other people on a one-on-one level playing field, so you can't do that. That's bad. When you spread drama and disinformation just to make money, that's bad. Now, some people I know are really emotional and are really into something, and some of them drink way too much caffeine or maybe do other things. And then they get a little overheated, and that I can understand, but think before you post, reel it back a little bit. Be a little more rational in your presentation because you're not doing any good scaring people. All that does is drive up donations. And if that's your goal, then yeah, I guess you're achieving your goal. But if your goal is to actually accomplish something in the Second Amendment community, that ain't doing it. So I just wanted to say that today. I'm sick of that type of drama. Not all drama. Everyone knows I love a good cat fight. But I don't like this fear-mongering type of drama. So it's about time we start telling gun channels, you know what? When you do that on your Instagram, when you do that on your Facebook, we're not going to listen. We're going to just tune it out. And we're going to go over and I'm going to say, yeah, that $10 a month donation, well, now it's $7. Because let's see if that sends you a signal. But unfortunately, I think some people right now are panicking because their revenue is down. So they're trying to be more dramatic than ever. My revenue is way down too. I'm not trying to be more dramatic, trying to be less so. That's why I'm doing the inside guns thing. But today I just had to say this. Enough with the fear-mongering, enough with the drama queens. Let's try to approach our problems like adults. And that being said, there's one topic I want to approach like an adult today that other people seem to be screaming their heads off about. Well, it appears that the ATF is once again banning pistol braces. I mean, I see it all over. ATF banning pistol braces. And I'm like, wow, again? They're banning them again? And this is all about something that, Military Arms Channel was talking about yesterday, etc. It's about this letter from the ATF that they're sending to the Justice Department, which is proper procedure whenever they produce a document, saying, this is how we're going to legalize pistol braces, and this is how we're going to turn millions of gun owners into felons. Well, for one, I don't even believe millions of gun owners have pistol braces. I think thousands have multiple tens of thousands have multiple pistol braces, but I don't believe millions of people even have a pistol brace. But even if they do, what the ATF said is not turning them into felons. If you bought a pistol brace, you used it in the method it's supposed to be used in, on a gun it's supposed to be put on, you're not going to have a problem. If you start adding things to it that changes the definition of the gun, like forward grips, vertical grips, etc., Well, you're not supposed to put a vertical grip on a pistol, period. So if you put a vertical grip on there, even if even if the blade stock on it, that's illegal. Always has been. And in fact, this letter, I went through all the information I could find, everything from the organizations, from Military Arms Channel, from the ATF, and I didn't find one tiny bit of information in there that I didn't already know. And I've spoken to other people. In fact, in my live chat last night, I asked other people, what's your take on this? Because I read it, I couldn't find anything I didn't already know about. I spoke to a couple of Class 3 dealers. I spoke to another guy I know inside one of the big organizations. And they're like, it's basically what it was. People made a lot of stink because a shotgun got denied, saying it was not legal to put that pistol brace on a shotgun. And a lot of people are like, well, that's arbitrary. Why is it blah, blah, blah? And they started raising a big fuss so that they could raise money. And the ATF went, wow, it seems like a lot of people don't understand that when we say you can use this product in this way, that doesn't mean you can use it in any way you want and you can put it on any gun you want. Just like when they told the pistol brace company, hey, you submitted a pistol brace for use on ARs, AKs, a certain design, etc. And now you're advertising all your products you've made since then as ATF approved. After we approved those two designs, that ain't the case. Because if you shorten it, if you change the shape of it, if you change the angle of it, it can change whether it's legal or not. Also can change what gun you put it on. So stop telling people that these are legal in all uses. They're not. If you bought one and used it in the way that it was originally shown and the original way it was designed to be used, you're fine. The only people that could be turned into felons is if people turned their guns into any other weapons or short barrel rifles or whatever by putting a vertical grip on it or adding other things, drum magazines, other stuff. There's all kinds of real stupid laws. And don't get me wrong, this here is not me in any way defending the ATF or the NFA, because I think neither of them should exist. I think they should all be burnt out of existence as far as I'm concerned. All the laws are stupid, and pistol braces are a perfect example of how stupid the laws are. That's one of the things I think is most important about pistol braces. They show how stupid the SBR laws are. It's so dangerous if you've got a short gun that you can put to your shoulder if you say it's made to put to your shoulder. But if you have a gun that can do the exact same thing, as long as you don't say that's what it's for, well, then it's not dangerous. That's stupid. So these laws are stupid, and the pistol braces point that out. But like I was saying, everything in that letter that you can't do with a pistol brace is stuff that you already couldn't do. The criteria that they use to judge a weapon, whether it's legal or not, once you put it together with a pistol brace, that's the same. It's the same it's always been. They didn't really change anything. They just put it on paper because a lot of people were screaming about, I don't understand this, I don't understand that, how are you doing that, and you're being rogue, and blah, blah, blah. So they're like, well, we don't want people to think we're rogue. We're going to write down the standards we've been using. Like people are like, now it matters what the length of pull is. Always did matter what length of pull was. Not nothing new. Oh, now it matters if you put a brick or a pistol or blah, 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 blah. It always did matter. Always did. If you submitted a gun for approval that way, they'd tell you, nope. Just like they did with that shotgun. And here's the thing. If you bought a pistol brace, you put it on a gun, and now you put a forward grip on it, or you put a drum mag in it, or you put something in it that made it not quite, or it's on a gun that it's not made to go on. It wasn't really designed. It wasn't approved with that gun. And now the length of pull is too short. So now it's illegal. What they're saying is, hey, if you did that, either undo it, or if you want to keep it, you can call us and we will give you a tax stamp for free. Just like if you were going to build one anyway. So that's not different either. There's no mass. This is the biggest mass gun registration scheme ever. No, it's going to affect very few people, because out of those tens of thousands of people that own them, probably only 1 out of 1,000 is stupid enough to build it in an illegal way. Most of us are very aware of, I can't put this on there or else I changed the meaning of this, or I can't put that on there or else that's not going to meet their standards. And here's another thing. Some of us that do the things that they're not supposed to do also know, I'm not going to take this out in public. I'm not going to take it to the range. I'm going to keep it locked up somewhere. And in case I ever need it and the law is not an issue anymore, I'll have it. So not going to affect those people either. It's going to affect maybe a tiny little smidge of people that don't know how to make things work in the correct way and work around the laws, because the pistol brace is a workaround of the law. And it's a very effective one that shows how stupid the law is. So nothing's changing about the gun you have now. if you built it wrong or put it in a way that it wasn't meant to be used, if you took that to the ATF, says it's legal, they would have told you no, it isn't. You either have to disassemble it or register it. That's what they're doing now, except they're giving you a free $200 tax stamp. So that's a pretty good deal. I almost want to build an SBR now and go, did I do this right? Is this okay? And then say no, and then give me a free $200 tax stamp. So it's not this big new thing, and it's not this giant threat. This is like one of the most minimal threats to our gun rights right now. Gun rights are doing really well right now in the courts, etc. We're winning in the Ninth Circuit and everything, Third Circuit, everything. We're doing really well. Unfortunately, that's not good for business. Like if you own a gun shop, or if you own a distributor, if you own a manufacturer, blah blah blah. It's not good for business. So we got to stir up some drama, but it's not needed right now. Be vigilant. Pay attention to what they're doing. Point out the idiocy of their laws, and if they ever do something that's idiotic enough that it actually makes someone a criminal, well, then that criminal needs to just pick up the phone, call me, call one of the other big gun channels, call one of the gun organizations and go, hey, I just got told I'm a criminal because of this arbitrary bullshit. And then we'll go what? We'll get a lawyer and we'll fight this arbitrary bullshit and get it thrown out of court. Get it say those laws are stupid and they don't make no sense and they're unconstitutional. They don't want that. Trust me. So I don't understand all the panic. I don't understand all the drama. Well, I understand it. That's what it's about. But we don't need drama. Not that kind of drama. We need good drama every now and then to make videos interesting. I want to see two different types of trainers with different mentalities. Hell, I want to see them rolling around in the mud. Punching each other in the ball sack over whether they think that you should hold your gun at 3 o'clock or whether you carry your gun at 3 o'clock or 3:15. Fight over that. I want to see that kind of shit. But as far as doing stuff that's damaging to the gun community by creating a bunch of scared little reactionary, bitches, that's not doing anybody any good except for the people making all the money off of it. And as far as the pistol brace thing, like I said, I'm relying on the information of a lot of other people, and what I read, don't see anything new. The people I've spoke to don't see anything new. If you have a different aspect of it that you can educate me on, remember, there's always slap the yank. All you got to do is send an email to my email address, shootingleftofcenter@gmail.com, and put slap the yank in the title or in the subject line. Come on, talk to me about it. Tell me, educate me. But right now, everyone I've spoken to is like, I don't understand it either. All they are doing is putting on paper what they've already been used. They're just consolidating it all into one location with the Justice Department so people will know what's right, what's wrong. And if they have something that's wrong, they can register it for free. If they don't have something which is wrong, which is going to be 90% of the people who bought pistol braces, because most people who bought them just took them and slapped them on their AR pistol or the AK pistol, and that's totally legal as long as they didn't start doing other alterations of their pistols. So most people not in any trouble. But like I said, if you got different information, please bring it to me. Not in a rant, drama-filled rant. Just bring us some information. Don't act like, oh, God, I work so hard for you people. Oh, not that shit. It ain't that hard, trust me. And it's something we all supposedly care about and love. So I always thought this was supposed to be a labor of love where we're not trying to get rich. We're just trying to do something we think is good. But apparently that's not the case. But like I was saying, drama is getting tiring or unnecessary, childish drama. Reactionary drama is getting tiring, but I just don't see the reason for it in this case, especially. I mean, how many times can they ban pistol braces? Bump stocks didn't get this much fervor, and they were just like basically outright banned. So I don't understand the difference here. It's something I think we should fight, something we should pay attention to. I don't like the ATF being in existence. My goal is not to say, I want to make sure the ATF follows strict guidelines and I don't like these guidelines. My goal is to say, I want to see the ATF disappear or just become the ATE because they got no right getting in our firearms business. So my goal isn't to moderate them or pay attention to every little thing they do. My goal is to try to destroy them every chance I get. And not to raise money off of their actions. That's why things like the NRA, etc., don't want the ATF to go away, because they're like, hey, every time they do anything, we can make it seem like it's the greatest threat to freedom in the world and make a fortune. So tired of that. Like I said, that's all this whole video's been about. Sick of that. And with that all being said, I want to move on because I'm just getting upset and we're going to see more drama because I'm going to call somebody a bitch and say, oh, come on, bitch, I'll slap some taste out of your mouth. Because even though I'm old and I can't back it up anymore, I still think I can. And I'm just so disappointed in so many people. Just so disappointed in so many people. And I hope they get back on the right path. Like when I challenge someone or attack someone, I don't do it to try to condemn them forever. I don't get involved in cancel culture. I try to make them think about what they're doing, even if they only think about it because it starts affecting their bottom line. And they start doing the right thing, even if it's only because it starts affecting their bottom line. So I still have hope for people to do the right thing, but right now I'm sick of it, and I bet a lot of you out there are too. All right, next I want to move on to gun talk, and I want to do this really quickly because I rambled a lot at the beginning of the show here. What I want to talk about today is a question people ask me all the time, and is what do I think of shoulder holsters? Do I ever use a shoulder holster? Well, you know what? What I think of them is they exist. And they work. They're okay. They have some drawbacks, especially if it's a horizontal one. Well, then you're flagging people behind you when you're drawing. A lot of times you're flagging your inner arm when you're drawing. So they have some drawbacks that you have to pay special attention to when you're drawing. I wouldn't want to put myself in a situation where I'm doing that, especially not under stress. Vertical ones are a little better. You can draw from them way easier without flagging someone or flagging yourself. So if I was going to use a shoulder holster, it'd be a vertical one. But I don't mind them, but I can't wear them myself because they give me a headache. For some reason, they just put a lot of stress on my neck. I can't stand that. I can't stand my glasses touching the top of my ears while I don't wear my glasses. Plus, it makes people more attractive. I find most people easier to deal with when when I don't wear my glasses. Now, if I just lose my hearing, I'd probably start liking people again. But I just don't like them. They put stress on my shoulders and they give me a headache. But overall, if they work for you, great. The only thing I would recommend is get a vertical one. And with that being said, I want to move on to the viewer EDC of the day who is carrying in a shoulder holster. Here we have Tony M carrying his Beretta 92 FS, which is one of my favorite guns ever. This is a 92 FS that's been converted to a Type G and has some Langdon tactical additions on it. And he's carrying it in a Diamond D rig. This to me is a good setup. Now, like I said, I would rather that be a vertical holster. He's using a horizontal, but to each his own. And the risk you take is usually a risk to you. So take all the risks you want, but don't try to tell other people it's safe. But good choice as far as I'm concerned. Everyone knows I love Beretta 92s. In fact, I got a couple of them sitting on the desk right here for another video. But I usually have them laying around. But awesome rig here. Think it looks good. What he's carrying, I approve of. The shoulder holster, I'm okay with. If you're going to wear a jacket, if you're somewhere where jackets are normal, or you wear a jacket, or you wear a sports coat, shoulder holsters are fucking awesome. If you work in an office where you have to wear a sports coat all day or a jacket all day, that'd be awesome. Or you live in a climate where you wear a jacket all day, also be awesome. And I think his rig would be perfect for those types of situations. Like I said, the only thing I would like is a vertical holster. But that being said, the only other problem I can find with this picture is that it almost looks like maybe he heard a baby crying there. It looks like we got little lactation stains on his shirt there. But that happens. You hear a baby cry. Nature takes its course. But other than that, great setup. So there's our concealed carrier of the day, our viewer EDC of the day. It is Tony M with his Beretta 92. All right, there you have it, another edition of Inside Guns with your host, me, the Yankee Marshal. Hope you enjoyed the show. If I didn't piss you off too bad with some of the things I said, I tend to do that sometimes, but that's the great thing about being an unsponsored channel. I can say what I want. And if you get offended that easily, if you're someone that's like, oh my God, I can't believe that you said something that I slightly disagree with, even though I didn't really think through my opinion in the first place, I'm going to unsub. Well, just unsub. No one wants to hear why you unsubbed. If you want to send me a private message or something and talk about something, that's fine. I'll listen to anyone, whether they're subbed to me or not. Like I said, you can always send me information. Or come on, slap the yank. But with that being said, I just want to sign off today and remind everyone, like I said, though, that I am totally viewer funded. So if you want to go over Patreon, become a viewer and make it possible for me to piss people off every day, go on over to patreon.com/the Yankee Marshal. There's a link in the upper corner of this video. You can go over there and sign up at whatever level you want to sign up at, $1 or whatever. And like I said, let's keep pissing people off, especially those trying to exploit the gun community. But with that being said, I just want to say, as far as the state of the world today, it is what it is. But what it will be in the future, if we continue to work together, do the things we need to do, not panic, don't give in to the fear, don't give in to the anxiety, and stay together as a strong unit, those of us that are willing to do what's right, what things will be in the future is a lot better.